Alrighty, so now we're going to show you how to make the same exact flange, but to use a quicker method, and that method is called arrays. So we're going to do a standard linear array. There's two different options for arrays. There's linear and then there's polar array. So first we're going to start by making our square the same way we would normally make it. So we'll click on the square, go ahead and click the origin, drag it up, and we're going to do 4, tab, 4, enter. Now we have our square, so I'm going to click escape to get me out of the square command. Now I'm going to click C to get me into the circle command, and then I'm going to go ahead and snap it 1/2 inch in and 1/2 inch up from this corner. And now I'm going to click tab to give myself my diameter call out and 0.375. Enter. Now that we have our circle that we're starting with, we're going to go ahead and make a linear array of this circle to project it to this corner, to the upper corner, and then this corner here. So we're going to start by selecting the circle. Notice that it'll pick all 4 corners so that you can actually stretch this and do a few different things from here, but we just want to select it, and then we're going to go up to this corner here and see this little box. It's like a connected box. We're going to click that. It says linear pattern. Once we click it, you'll notice that we have our first circle that's wanting to snap 1 inch from the center line of this first circle. We're going to change that 1 inch to 3 inches. And the reason why it's 3 is because we have a shape that's overall 4 inches and we have a 1/2 inch on either side. Those 1/2 inches sum up to 1 inch, and we need to subtract that from 4, which is our overall length, to put these exactly at the same position on our plate. So we have that, but we also want a set of circles up above, exactly 3 inches above these two. So we're going to go here to direction 2. Now we're going to change the count because we want 2 instead of 1. So right now we have 1 row. We want 2 rows. Now we have 1 there. And now we're going to notice that we still have our total distance of 1. We're going to change that to 3. And now we're going to click the check mark. And there we have it. So this is how we would make a square flange. Notice our time in this video is actually a lot faster. We're only at 2 minutes right now. So that was half the time it took to make it the other way. Now we're going to go ahead and send this to CAM by clicking the double arrows. And now in CAM, notice that we're at the exact same place we were before. We can choose to edit these lead-ins by selecting this selection feature here. Go to cutout breaks, and we'll do arc. And we're going to do the same thing we did before, 0.08, which is 80 thousandths, and then we will do an angle of 180. Once we do that, notice it puts us right in the center, and we'll click the checkbox, and now we will click on screen. If we wanted to change this outer perimeter lead-in, we can click on that small diamond, and that'll allow us to physically adjust these blue dots here where we want them if we're using the Pro version, but if we're in the standard version, we would just select it and move over here to our side skirt menu, and then we'll go ahead and click an arc, and then we can change that. So we lead in with an arc, we can change the arc length, we can change the lead out. So this is whatever you would prefer, whatever gives you the best lead in cut quality, so that it leaves a minimal divot where that plasma first starts to burn. We don't want it to get any overburn into our part. So you can slightly modify these things, maybe not quite 90. Notice they're together there. If I make this 60, and I make this one 60, it pulls them a little bit apart, and then we can do 0.3 and 0.3, and we'll go ahead and check that. Once we're there, that would be ready to cut. So we would just send it over to CNC, and we home our machine, zero the machine exactly where we want to cut, and we go ahead and click run. So feel free to reach out to us on our website. You can go straight to squickmons.com, and there's a suggested quote right on the front of the page. You can drop video requests into that. We'll do our best to get several videos published for you guys so that you can be able to navigate through a lot more of this software. It's very intuitive, but some things are still difficult to do while you're learning. So feel free to drop those in and request them, and we'll get them to you as soon as we can. So thanks for watching, guys. We look forward to seeing you next time.